Okay, so wanted to talk real quick, first video about Eragon, and I think before we go through the first 3 books and chapter by chapter or whatever of Eragon, and then the next two books, I wanted to talk real quick about the series and about my passion for sci-fi fantasy novels and my thoughts on the movie. Okay, for starters, the first 3 books, I think they were very well written, and I say that with a clause, let's say. My opinion on the first book, Eragon, is that you can totally tell the growth process that not only Eragon was going through, but Christopher Paolini also going through. I feel like there was this incredible connection between his writing and his actual life. We know that he started writing when he was very young, so that can be apparent. What I really appreciated about Eragon, the character, was he was very, very inquisitive. And it just dawned on me one time, man, this is so unique, you know, that he's so inquisitive, so young in his understanding of the world, but his questions were very complex. They were very good questions about morality, very good question, and he continues to do that throughout all 3 of the first books. So I really appreciated that. And as far as writing skills, there has been some criticism. Oh, this book was written like, you could tell, it looks like it was written by an 8-year-old or something. Well, I don't know any 8-year-olds that can write that good, but let me say this about specifically the first book. The writing style I really appreciated. I liked that there was a lot of detail. I liked that there were some very specific things. Yes, it was a lot of he did this, she did that, then we did this. But I appreciate that. I think it was just a simple way to tell the story, and the depth of the information is where I really enjoyed it and gleaned from it. Learning about each character and almost identifying with Eragon, struggling because it seemed like Brahm had secrets, you know, secrets that he was keeping from Eragon, and he just didn't appreciate that, and his questions with Saphira, oh, you know, what about this, what about that? I just appreciate that. I think it was well written. You know, being a sci-fi fantasy fan, which, by the way, if you haven't read the Dragonlance saga, I love Dragonlance. Dragonlance is awesome. I started with Dragons of Autumn Twilight, Margaret Weiss and Tracy Hickman, and I fell in love with that series, the Dragonlance saga. I just fell in love with it. Dragons of Winter Night, Dragons of Summer. Anyways, yeah, I just loved all those books. I thought they were amazing. It really made me fall in love with that specific genre of writing, and ever since then I've been a huge fan. Dune was unbelievable, so I am a sci-fi fantasy fan. The worst part about that is that people love to make fun of you. They're like, yeah, you what do you do on the weekends? You wear a kilt, you run around with your battle axe and fight dragons and scream about magic and talk with all your friends and play magic cards. Yes, duh. No, I don't do that. Do I want to? Absolutely. Will I? No. Why? Because I'll be arrested, because nobody wants to see me wearing a kilt. Neither do I want to see me wearing a kilt. Anyways, when Eragon first came out, I bought it, read it in a couple days. It was amazing. Same with Eldest and Brizinger. The worst part about this, of course, was the waiting period. When you read a book that fast and you actually are interested in it, it sucks. It sucks so bad to have to wait. And I'll tell you what, I was so mad at Christopher Paolini for making us wait so freaking long. for the 4th book. I was pissed, but I'll tell you what, I'm expecting it's going to be worth the wait. Like you're at a restaurant and you're waiting for your food and you're like, holy crap, I've been here for 7 hours and this is a golden corral. Why am I even waiting for my food? It's a buffet. And then you have the steak and it's amazing. Anyways, here's what we're going to do hopefully with this vlog. We're going to discuss Eragon first, as it is the first book in the series, in the cycle. And if you aren't already a fan of the other YouTubers that have accounts that discuss Eragon, I suggest you go and do that. Subscribe to them as well. And if you aren't already a fan of shirtskull.com, go ahead and go there. That is an amazing website. And I probably logged on there every 3 days, hoping for an update on when the 4th book would come out. And when it finally did show up, I pooped my pants. It was amazing. Okay, well that's it for now. My next vlog will be a post about the first few chapters. I think right now, this is my Eragon book. I got the paperback, and I love it. You can tell I've been reading it, and the frickin' thing broke, and it unfolds perfectly, right, almost in the middle, on a costly mistake, right? But what I love about this design is the paperback design. It's like, it just fits perfectly in my hand. So I wish I had all three of these, all three of the first books in this design, but the other ones that I have are hardback. Anyways, right now I am currently on page 205. So I'm coming up on the chapter titled Of Reading and Plots. Now, I'm reading it significantly slower than the first few times that I've read it. I've read all three of the first books probably 4 or 5 times, but I'm reading it significantly slower because I really want to prepare for the for the 4th book, well, it's actually exciting to me. I want to have, I'm challenging myself to come up with all the theories and all the things that I would have written in the 4th book, and to see if I'm even going to be close to that. So, anyways, feel free to post a video response. Feel free to post comments and about anything I've said in this video or anything pertaining to do with your mom or your life. That is it for now.